morons. The fucking school bus driver, she's under investigation.
Yeah, I read that. People complaining about it.
Because if their sneeze or coughing, when I inhale from the mask, I'm still inhaling from the side of the mask, and it's getting in my eyes, so it's still not really protecting me that much. It's to protect the droplets from getting out, not the virus from getting in. So distance, hygiene, washing hands, much safer than the masks. Masks are fine to wear if you want to, but not a necessity. Hand washing is a necessity, and surface decontamination is a necessity.
All right, and let's just go quickly through the symptom situation here. If you start to encounter these symptoms, should you attempt to get medical intervention here? So what would it be?
Well, if you can't breathe, if you're having trouble breathing, if you're so sick that you can't get up out of bed, you're too tired with a high fever, then you should need to call your doctor or come to emergency. But if you have a cold, if you're coughing and sneezing, do not worry. Just stay at home. Wash your hands at home.
If you're moving around, if you're able to get out of bed.
Yeah, if you're eating, drinking, moving around, you'll get better. And people know. People have good judgment.
Yes, right. I mean, you know when you're super sick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the flu. But again, this could be a confusion with the flu, could it not?
Oh yeah, it could be. But the people who are really getting harmed by this coronavirus, this COVID-19, are really 70s and 80s. They have a lot of complicated medical conditions. It's no surprise that it's been out of this nursing facility. They're the people who are most at risk.
All right. Okay. Well, you're making me feel better. So you're still at a 4, would you say, in terms of your alarmed status?
Yeah, I'm not that. I mean, I would expect it spread. You know, we've had 18,000 deaths in the United States from influenza, 310,000 cases of influenza. And so in the whole world, you know, there's been 3,000 deaths of coronavirus so far. But in just the United States, we had 18,000 deaths from influenza. So I'm concerned about both of them, but there's no alarm whatsoever. Good hygiene will help both influenza and this new COVID-19.
I will make this point, though. In Iran, they're seeing a death rate of what they're calling is 5.5%, even though they probably have not diagnosed all the people who've gotten sick with this. That's 5.5% of people who presented with it and they've been able to diagnose. But now you're seeing video because there is a theory in the Iranian media and in the Iranian public that their government is lying to them about it and they're trying to control them through the fear of the coronavirus. And it has gotten so out of hand there that there are people who are actually going to religious sites and licking the religious sites to prove that they are not. I mean, there's a video that's unbelievable. That trying to prove that they don't believe what the government is telling them. And obviously, you know, this is a global thing, but this is what happens when you have siloed media and you don't really get information from outside. This is, it just, I think the bigger fear here is less the disease or the condition here, and it is the potential for panic.
That's absolutely right. These seem like boring things to wash the hands or cover up your nose really good if you're sneezing, coughing, or stay home when you're sick. Seems like boring things. Really does make a difference for flu. Really does make a difference for COVID-19. Really does protect people that you could contaminate that are seriously ill and could get a serious illness with it. But it really does work, and we've seen it work in other cities around the world. So I know that we can do it here, but it's absolutely no reason for panic.
Jim Adams, Chief Medical Editor of the Road Down Show, unpaid position. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. God bless you.
Tell that to all the people at the door.
Thank you for that. All right, well, that makes it feel a little bit better. Seems like he's not quite as big as I know that I am. So it's a run on the Purell that really got me. The lack of Purell. Now I'm going through my house looking to see if I've stashed Purell anywhere. And you know, you would think I would have. but I just can't seem to find it. I should look at luggage. I think it's going to be my next look, because I tend to take it with me when I go on vacation. We have some in the newsroom if you want. You do?
Yep. It's a
How much for it?
Germax. It's not actually Purell. Germax.
It's Germax.
I don't know
If you
if
have
this is
a
the right
list of
road,
things
but
that it
it'll
covers,
get us
I hope
there.
it does. All right. Thanks,
I
Kevin
think I
Powell.
should take in the next one.
We've got the news from the Northwestern Medicine Newsroom, and Kim Gordon coming your way in 2 minutes.
For Chicago's most accurate forecast, join me, Demetrius Audrey, and the WGN weather team around the clock on AM 720 and at WGNradio.com.
Contemporary and traditional don't always mix.
Unless you're talking about the Harmony sofa from Penny Mustard.
The Harmony sofa's tight back gives it a lasting look of sophistication.
Tight back? That means the back cushions can't be removed. Aw, man, those sofas are the worst.
What?
How am I supposed to build a fort with back cushions that can't be removed?
Sorry.
That's it. My day is shot. The Harmony sofa, starting at $17.50 at Penny Mustard.
6 locations throughout Chicagoland.
PennyMustard.com. Better versions of what people want.
This is David Hochberg, host of Home Sweet Home Chicago. Listen this Saturday at 10 a.m. following House March with Lou Manfredini. This weekend's expert hosts are Realtor Amy Kite of Keller Williams Infinity, Mr. Floor, Igor Marak, Real Estate Tax Appeal Attorney Stephen A. Leahy, Credit Enhancement Expert Gary Novell, and Mega Pros Joe of Mega Pros Home Improvement. Visit WGNDavid.com for all the show's experts' contact information and to download podcasts of previous shows. Home Sweet Home Chicago, Saturdays at 10 a.m. following House March with Lou Manfredini.
For help around the house with roofs, windows, kitchens, bathrooms, home additions, and basement remodels, trust the folks at Mega Pros. Satisfaction guaranteed. Go to megapros.com.
You exercise and eat well to stay healthy. Make sure you also breathe clean, healthy air.
Service to a green tea.
Hi, this is Tonya Corey from my family business, Green Tea Air Duct Cleaning. Our crews are bonded Green Tea employees you can trust in your home. They'll clean your intakes and returns of dust, molds, and allergens. You'll breathe fresh, healthy air.
805 green tea.
And now, for a limited time, get our air duct cleaning special, only $97. Yes, our experienced staff will thoroughly clean your air ducts for just $97. Plus, our 100% satisfaction Green Tea guarantee. Call Green Tea now for details. 800-5-GREEN-TEA.
Green tea services. Service to a green tea. 805 green tea.
Exercise your choice to be healthy. Breathe clean, healthy air. Call 800-5-GREEN-TEA or greenteaservices.com.
Serving the great Midwest from Chicago, this is WGN at AM 720 on your radio and on smart devices anywhere just by saying play WGN radio on TuneIn. A Nexstar Media Group station.
41 degrees at 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Kim Gordon. President Trump pushing for a coronavirus vaccine ASAP.
The Cubs taking on former skipper Joe Madden, and White Sox lefty Dallas Keuchel making his spring training debut of the latest in sports.
And in business, stocks bouncing back after big losses last week over the coronavirus. WGN traffic here is Lauren
They said it
Laptop.
came back?
Report is sponsored by Allstate. Cleanup of an accident southbound on the Tri-State is blocking the left lane at Grand, and this is causing a 15-minute delay. Inbound Edens is slow around Cicero. It's 19 from Lake Cook to Montrose. Up on Kennedy, it's 25 to O'Hare, 35 minutes back in. Out on the Eisenhower, it's 35 to 390, and 40 minutes inbound with heavy traffic around the Tri-State. Up on Stevenson, that's backed up between Ashland and Cicero. It's 43 to Veterans Memorial, 33 on the inbound side. The Ryan is stop and go outbound between 43rd and Skyway, 26 to 96, 20 minutes heading in. It is at disabled semi.
Went out of my way.
South is blocking the right lane at South Trail, and Litchfield Drive is closed southbound between the Oak Street curve and Chicago Avenue. If you haven't quoted Allstate lately, it's the perfect time. Now, Allstate has new lower auto rates. You can get the same quality coverage and hands-on expertise now at new lower rates. Call a local Allstate agent and get a quote now. I'm Lauren Lapka from the IDOT Traffic Center, reminding you to drive responsibly. It really is a matter of life or death.
The news is next, but first, the WGN forecast. Here's meteorologist Demetrius Ivory.
What a week coming our way weather-wise. We're expecting temperatures to be up and down, but up in a big way this upcoming weekend. We got 34 low temperature tonight, partly cloudy conditions, and tomorrow will be partly sunny, windy, wind gusts up to about 40 miles per hour. The high reaches 48. Can't rule out a slight chance of a rainstorm mix coming our way late Tuesday night, the overnight low 32, but Wednesday we're back up to 48 degrees and we do dry out there. Clouds and sun, maybe a shower for Thursday, the high 55. That rain could mix in with some snow on Friday, the high 39. How about this though? Saturday 52, Sunday 63 for a very warm weekend. I'm WGN meteorologist Demetrius Ivory.
There's now a fourth coronavirus patient in Illinois. The patient's a woman in her 70s whose husband also has the virus and is in isolation at Northwest Community Hospital in Arlington Heights. Here's Dr. Daniel Raven.
The positive test results will have to be confirmed by the
Well, if they both got it, it shouldn't be hard to figure out where they got it.
from the CDC. The results of these tests are anticipated later today.
Governor Pritzker and Illinois Department of Public Health Director Dr. Ngozi Ezike says there's no reason to panic.
Let me start by saying that the risk to the general public remains low, but as public officials charged with the safety and welfare of the people of Illinois, we take that risk seriously.
And at the White House today, President Trump sitting down with American drug companies. The top of the agenda, a coronavirus vaccine, and he wants it fast.
President Trump has said he wants to see a coronavirus developed quickly, and he's pushing pharmaceutical companies to speed up their efforts. He sits down this afternoon at the White House with top officials from major drug makers.
We've asked them to accelerate whatever they're doing in terms of a vaccine.
The president on Saturday said a vaccine is being developed very quickly, but top health officials are warning it will take a year to a year and a half, and that is still a very fast timeline. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Meantime, Washington State announcing 6 deaths today from the virus. Florida and Rhode Island reporting their first cases. That brings the number of states that have coronavirus patients to 11. Former Vice President Joe Biden is expected to get the endorsement of Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg tonight. Klobuchar suspending her campaign today. Biden is campaigning in Houston.
The Democrats want a nominee who's a Democrat, a lifelong Democrat, a proud Democrat, an Obama-Biden Democrat. Join us.
Buttigieg and Klobuchar are expected to join him at a rally in Dallas. President Trump just tweeting they're staging a coup against Bernie. Bernie Sanders is currently the front runner. Early voting kicks off today across Chicago. Cook County spent $32 million on new technology that has voters casting ballots on devices resembling iPads. With the spread of the coronavirus, Chicago Election Board Chairwoman Marisol Hernandez says health safety
Which way
is
am I
top of
going on
mind.
exchange?
Our number one concern is to ensure that all eligible voters are able to make their voices heard without jeopardizing anyone's health and safety.
Voting by mail also expected to be higher this year, with 63,000 already requesting mail-in ballots in the city of Chicago. You have until March 12th to request one. The host of Inside the Actors Studio has died. James Lipton died at his home in New York from cancer. He retired in 2018 after more than 20 years of doing the show. And now with WGN Community Corner, sponsored by Versity Blood Center of Illinois.
Cash or no?
The Aurora Historical Society says the popular memorial exhibit on the Henry Pratt warehouse shooting has been extended until March 14th.
I think they charge you for...
The exhibit is at the David L. Pierce Art and History Center and is open from noon to 4 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. It was supposed to close February 29th. The exhibit features newspaper articles and photos from the incident, as well as 5 wooden crosses identifying the Henry Pratt employees killed in the mass shooting last year. I'm Ryan Burrow with Community Corners on WGN Radio.
WGN Sports, here's Kevin Powell.
Dallas Keuchel made his White Sox debut today. The lefty posting a solid line, 4 innings, just 1 run, no walks, and a strikeout. The Sox trail the Padres 2-0. Joe Madden back at Sloan Park in Mesa as his Angels take on the Cubs. And the Cubs leading 4-2 in the 6th, thanks to a Kyle Schwarber 3-run RBI double. College hoops, Illinois has its most conference wins since 2005. Today, the university announcing that head coach Brad Underwood is given a 3-year contract extension on top of his original deal. He runs through 2026, aligning at number 23 in the latest AP Top 25. Bulls dropped 8-9 in February. Tonight will host the Mavericks. Blackhawks not done yet. They've won 2 straight, remained 6 points out of the second wild card. Head coach Jeremy Colleton in the final 17-game stretch.
Make sure we have the right mentality from puck drop. Patient if necessary, but relentless and hunting the puck and
I went way out of my way.
Plays with it and playing the offensive zone as much as we can. string multiple shifts together so we can build momentum.
Hawks host the Ducks tomorrow. We'll have it at 7.
Right
And in
up
golf,
there.
Dustin Johnson has decided not to play in the Olympics for the second straight time. Johnson feels a trip to Japan would keep him from being ready for the
I think he
FedEx
wanted
Cup
to take-
playoffs.
he
The
took
Tokyo
Bemis.
Games
I
start
think
2
he
weeks
wanted to
after the
take
British Open
Burville.
and end a week before the PGA Tour's postseason. Johnson's name was removed from the Olympic golf rankings today. That leaves Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantley, and Webb Simpson as the leading 4 Americans. Qualifying ends June 21st. On the home of the Blackhawks, more sports from Wildcats and White Sox baseball. Kevin Powell, WGN Sports.
Your money on WGN. The Dow closed up 1,293 points today. The Nasdaq up 384. The S&P 500 up 136. I'm Kim Gordon on Chicago's very own 720 WGN.
At North Shore University Health System, a lifetime of
You're not
prevention
crowded
starts
yet.
with a single visit. When you're a North Shore patient, your
will
advanced
be for
primary care
dinner.
physician offers you the latest genetic science as part of your everyday care. Then we work with you to identify future health risks and take steps to stop illness before it begins. Take control of your health today. Find a North Shore Advanced Primary Care Physician at northshore.org/APC.